Back in 1981, we were sending people to our safari operation in Tanzania, and people were returning saying, gosh, you know, that was a great trip with my kids and my family. Where else can we go?
So we started looking at new destinations, anywhere from Nepal and Costa Rica, Guatemala, Belize, all throughout the world.
We started MediaView. It's officially incorporated in 2007 and really began shipping product in 2008. But it started when Eric returned from the Marine Corps, and we had been separated for a long time. We thought that might be an opportunity for us to spend some good time together.
Chris and I initially had a landscape construction and maintenance company that we sold in 2008 so we could focus on specializing in fertilizing, disease, insect control for lawns, trees, and shrubs, and also soil testing. So the scientific approach to the lawn care business.
The Davis Company started in 1985 in New England. I was transferred up from Philadelphia. I worked for a national company at that time. Transferred to New England and had an opportunity to start this company in July of 1985, and we've been at it ever since.
Cakes by Yarn started in my kitchen at home actually years ago. I would always make cakes for my children and family members, and I was teaching at the time as well. My son has a severe nut allergy, so we were never able to really go purchase cakes or bake goods anywhere, so I always had to do it myself. Eventually I started making more and more orders for people, and it kind of took off, and I had to leave my teaching position to do it full-time from home.
I was working at a record shop called Newberry Comics, and I had all these random nicknames. Since my name is Johnny and I worked with all these goofballs, people would call me Johnny Appleseed, Johnny Cupcakes. When I was late for work, they'd call me Johnny Come Lately. And I made a few t-shirts as a joke while getting t-shirts made for the hardcore metal band I was in. And Johnny Cupcakes was one of those shirts. And I wore it to work and didn't even mean to sell it, but all these slightly miserable people that would, you know, come in, buy their CDs and leave, they started looking up and laughing and saying, "What is that? What's Johnny Cupcakes? Is that a bakery? You know, what the heck is it?" And I was like, "No, it's just a t-shirt brand that I started." And enough people asked me that, you know, I started making more t-shirts. They made strangers smile, and I like doing that, so I made more shirts.
I think working together has been rewarding for a number of reasons, but I know in the past 6 years how much that I've grown as an individual, and I know that that's a result of being in the environment, but I think it's even a bigger result of working with you and having us develop our relationship.
If I think about a Tanzania safari, for instance, you know, especially when you've got teenagers, you know, those teenage years are difficult, but when you've got mum and dad and the kids staring at, you know, a giraffe or a lion or elephant or whatever it may be, you know, there's a leveling that happens, and everyone's, you know, jaw-dropped, experiencing the moment, and it pulls families together. It's a wonderful thing.
Well, mainly the success of the company has been based on Matthew and myself and our sweat equity and willing to work, you know, 12, 20 hours per day trying to get all the work done, and eventually hitting a point where we could start to hire great people and hire educated people who can now handle the day-to-day work, where we can now strategize and create better programs for our clients.
Around Halloween, we'll release spooky themed shirts, and we'll make our stores set up like haunted houses. We'll package the shirts, sometimes in oversized VHS tapes with fake movie titles. And we'll even go as far as renting out a hearse to climb out of.
John will climb out of a coffin.
And I'll come out of a coffin. And it costs more money and more time, and it's crazy, but those are the things that I love, and it's my responsibility to make sure that, and it's my goal to make sure that every customer feels like it's their birthday when they purchase a Johnny Cupcakes products.
I think I would owe the success of my company to hard work and drive. Basically, I'm doing this for my children, and my attitude is failure is not an option.
Right now it's just us, and
He actually just had a kid, so we're already making.
Yeah, there's 2 generations currently in there right now, and we're breeding the next great recruiter in a 3rd generation. So he's practicing long nights trying to stock down the top talent that's out there.